Well, I'm Judith Irwin, and I am in Berkeley, California. This particular plant is called the manzanita, and manzanita is just like kind of like a shrub that grows on high elevations. And one thing about my art is I'm very interested in shadows, and particularly shadows of plants. It's like I have a few paintings that are shadows of objects, but most of them are plants. Painting is just kind of like scraping at the surface with me.
Hi, my name is Mui Ling. I'm based in Toronto, Canada. I work with various mediums, but what I tend to work with most often is folding miniature origami. And this piece is called Tiger in a Sheep's Skin. I created this last year during the Year of the Tiger. It was inspired by Lady Gaga, who is born in the Year of the Tiger. And at the same time, she is also an Aries. And during her childhood, she was a victim of bullying, but that became an inspiration to her music as reflected in her song Born This Way, as she grew up to be a symbol of youth empowerment. So I decided to submit this for the Mystery Art Show because it is about people who appear a certain way on the outside, but with a completely different persona on the inside. And in the case of Lady Gaga, as a child, she was the victim, but inside that sheep-like exterior, there was a powerful tiger waiting to be awakened.
What inspired me to do this was I was on a holiday in Scotland. It was a wooded area, a very wooded area, and it just looked it was very picturesque. By then, the sun had come out. The cloud, there was such a lovely formation of clouds over the loch that I had to snap it. I take my camera everywhere. Everywhere I go, I take my camera. It was just so peaceful and tranquil that I just had to record it, the scene.
I'm Gary, and I'm here in Hartford, Connecticut. In this painting, I was interested in the contrasts of not just having a powerful light source, but blocking that out and interfering with it with the dark tones. The dark tones are actually like lightning bolts. So it's all kind of reversed. So I call these pictures of, but ideas not yet formed. All of these are abstract paintings, kind of abstract expressionists, but really pushing them as far as they can go towards something realistic. So I'm actually using realistic traditional painting techniques, making sure that it's not just paint thrown around, but that everything has depth and glows with light, has that emotional depth that we associate with traditional oil paintings.
I'm a theater artist, but I do love photography and art. This is my home. That snow was so inviting and delicious, but it was mysterious. I asked one of my sons, he said something like, "What mystery lies below that?" It's hard to know what is under there, but it's like that sort of houses, it's like a blanket of serenity. It transforms 6 months later into a summer place where people live, and with the sun setting almost into the snow, it felt mysterious to me, as if the world is resting, but underneath is life.
Oh, hi, my name's Tim Beal. I quest for other information from other people about my artwork. And it's, whether it be good or be bad, it doesn't matter, because I think a good critique is always very valuable to find out how your perspective and how you interpret things. I go to Bermuda a lot, and the reason I go there is that in 1976, I had a very horrible accident. As a result, it was very questionable whether I was going to ever walk again or not. It's called Hungry Bay, and it's a place where I go when I'm ill, and I get healed there. I don't understand why, but I do. You have to have a positive attitude about how you're going to make yourself well. From every accident I've ever had, that there's always something to learn from it. Recently, I went to the aquarium. There's these beautiful fish because they're so enchanting. The music, Izzy, who is a very large Hawaiian man who has an obviously beautiful voice. I found it very apropos because with the other fish, which you don't quite know, the relationship of who's who and what's what, but it's you and I. Yeah, it's the love of humanity.
Many stories, mysterious stories, mythological stories influenced me. I continue my journey through this concept. This is not a drawing, this is painting, black and white painting.
A series of black and white works I did a while back. These ceramic letters, they used to use them when the people did their amateur, probably Super 8 home movies. They had these plastic white letters for the titles. And occasionally I would come across something that stunned me on some level. I would try to come up with a term, not so much trying to match the image with the term, putting disparate terms with the images and let them fight it out. The whole idea of a knife being a double-edged sword, of something that can be destructive but also used in cooking and be productive.